Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello there, dear viewers. Welcome back to the video. So, I hope everyone enjoy the previous video lesson. So, hopefully, it will help you in order to prepare for your mid-semester exam and also your quiz number 4. Alright, so this time I would like to discuss with you for week number 5. As we know, week number 5 consists of three subtopic. Number 1 is the optimization. It's more or less is about the maximum or minimum, and try to relate with the economics and business problem. And then second subtopic would be equation of tangent line, right? And last but not least, the equation of the normal. Okay, so let's take a look the first subtopic. The first subtopic, which is optimization. Right, so optimization. So this time, actually optimization, usually they will separate into two, which is either you have a minimum or we try to minimize something, or second one, the maximize. Okay, so the basic understanding about this part actually from the previous chapter, with number 4, which is we can use the second derivative test in order to identify the nature of the stationary point. We know stationary point previously, um, where your dy over dx or your y prime or your f prime x equal to 0 for the stationary point. But the nature, for example, let's say you have this kind of diagram, for example, alright. So in order to identify the nature, what kind of nature for this curve, you have to use the second derivative test. Second derivative test in order to identify the nature. So second derivative test will identify the nature for this curve and also this curve, right? The things that we know at this point or at this point, there is a dy over dx equal to 0, right? But in order to identify the nature of the stationary point, we can use the second order derivative. Okay, so for minimum point, your f prime x equal to 0, to represent the stationary point, and f double prime x greater than 0. Greater than 0 meaning you have a minimum point. Okay, and second one, maximum point, your f prime x equal to 0, where your f double prime less than 0. Okay, so as a conclusion, for minimum point is a smiley curve lah technically, or last time we represent as the minimum point as a bowl, remember, as a bowl, concave up, right? And therefore over here f double prime x for minimum is greater than 0. But over here, your dy over dx equal to 0, but f double prime x less than 0. Concave down. Concave down is a maximum point, where concave down ni kita represent, last time kita represent as the umbrella. When it's raining, the water will drips down when you use the umbrella. So sebab tu kita panggil sebagai concave down. Concave down where you have a maximum point. Okay, so that is the understanding. So meaning, biasanya kalau soalan exam, right, usually kita akan tanya for maximum, usually profit. Maximum, usually we ask you to maximize the profit or maximize the revenue. Okay, profit, ada specific formula for profit. Profit is actually revenue minus cost. Revenue pula ada formula dia, which is the quantity or the goods, your X multiply dengan cost. So which is some question I will put the equation of profit apa dia. Some question I put juga, I letakkan juga dia punya formula for revenue apa dia. But usually in year 1 they never provide the formula, which is this is a very basic understanding ataupun basic equation for those yang belajar economics lah. Okay, which is profit equal to revenue minus cost. Revenue pula equal to X, which is your goods or your quantity of your product, multiply dengan cost. Okay, alright, minimum pula usually we ask for the minimize the cost lah, atau setengah kita ada setengah average cost. Okay, usually for cost or C ni, CX usually given, usually given. But for average cost, formula dia ialah your cost divided by your goods. Your cost divided by your quantity of your product. Okay. Alright. So let's take a look at the first exercise given in the slide. So the question, the cost in thousands of dollars of producing X thousand unit of M phone is TC. TC represent the total cost here, equal to 12x squared plus 50x plus 3. The price, which is P in dollar per unit, and quantity demanded X in thousands units, which are both required to be non-negative, are related as P equal to 170 minus 3X. So the question, what quantity maximize profit and how much is that profit? Okay, so in order to solve this question, okay, sekejap. So the solution, identify the equation of profit lah, because we wanted to maximize the profit. So we know profit equal to revenue minus cost, where revenue kita tahu tadi X multiply by P, multiply by the price, minus with total cost, total cost, in our case total cost lah. So what is the equation? What is the equation for the profit? So you have to substitute everything lah given in the equation just now. So X multiply with the price, which is 170 minus 3X minus the total cost equation is 12x squared plus 50x plus 3. Open the bracket, simplify if any, you akan dapat kat sini ialah 15x squared plus 120x minus 3. Okay, so finally we have the equation of profit. So next step, definitely we wanted to maximize the profit. So to maximize the profit, of course kita kena differentiate our profit lah. So I put a prime to represent differentiation process. So differentiate this equation. So bring down the power you multiply with negative 15, therefore you dapat negative 30 X power minus 1, so 2 minus 1 is 1, so therefore kita letakkan sini as a ni lah, X sahaja. Alright, and then differentiate 120X, so dapat 120. Okay, so again in order to maximize, straight away you dapatkan profit, second derivative of the profit. Kenapa? Because in order to identify the nature, whether maximum or minimum of your stationary bond, kita gunakan second derivative test. Okay, second derivative test is used to identify the nature. Okay, so sekarang kita tahu profit ni will maximize, but betul ke yang kita akan dapat value X yang maximize the profit? Okay, so therefore kita try to differentiate sekali. Therefore differentiate dapat negative 30. So negative 30 is less than 0. We know that if f double prime x less than 0, the value will maximize. Okay, so confirm lah, memang betul lah. Okay, this equation will give, this equation of profit will give a maximum profit. Tapi what is the value of x yang kita nak dapatkan ni? So therefore, okay, therefore profit kita boleh dapat from profit prime ni you equate to 0 because from the stationary point ni kan equation of this stationary point, right? So from here kita boleh dapat x value which is 0 equal to negative 30x plus 120. So simplify, you akan dapat 30x equal to 120, so x equal to 4. Okay, so inilah value, this is the value of x that will maximize the profit. Okay, right, so the question also asks what is the value of the profit with x equal to 4. So at x equal to 4, substitute 4 into the profit formula, which is profit equal to negative 15 4 squared plus 120 times 4 minus 3. Solve using your calculator, we dapat 237. So therefore actually ini 1000 lah. 237,000. Right, so this is the equation. This is the value that we want. Right, x equal to 4 give maximum profit. Okay, that's equation number 1. Question number 2. Moving on, we straight away to the next question. Okay, a firm's cost function and the demand function are Cx equal to 5 plus x squared and Px equal to 36 minus 2x. Respectively, where x greater than or equal to 0 is the amount produced and or demanded. Find the output that maximize the firm's profit. What is the maximum profit? Okay, now I put the equation, the formula for the profit and also the revenue. Okay, so in order to solve this question, okay, kita tahu tadi profit so profit equal to revenue minus cost. So revenue formula tadi ialah your demanded, your punya quantity of your goods multiply by the formula of demand minus cost. Alright, so multiply ataupun substitute everything that you know, which is P formula is 36 minus 2x minus formula for the cost is 5 plus x squared. So open the bracket, multiply everything, you will have negative 3x squared plus 36x minus 5. Okay, so we wanted to know what is the x value that give the maximum profit. So therefore, nak tahu maximum profit, definitely you have to differentiate your profit. So profit prime, okay, equal to, differentiate this equation become negative 6x plus 36. Okay, differentiate sekali lagi to prove or to check whether this equation will give maximum profit. So differentiate again, you will have -6. So since -6 is less than 0, so it's confirmed this is a maximum value lah. But what is the X value? So therefore, equate or at maximum profit, kita kata profit prime equal to 0. So 0 equal to -6x plus 36. So 6x equal to 36. So x equal to 6. Which is 6 by 6 is 36. Okay, so no need to check lah sebab kita dah already check. For the second derivative, definitely they give us a negative number. So which is a maximum profit lah. Alright, so what is the value of profit when x equal to 6? So at x equal to 6, profit equal to -3 times 6 squared plus 36 times 6 minus 5. Therefore is equal to 103. This is the answer. Is it okay? Alright. So I leave you guys with the consumers surplus. This one actually sama jugalah. Okay. Alright. So kalau baca soalan, how much profit is derived from the sales of the Q units at P dollar per unit? Dia bagi hint. First, find the revenue R equal to P times Q, and then find the profit, which is revenue minus cost. Actually sama juga, like the previous question. So I just give you the answer lah. For this question number 3. For question A, the answer is they ask how much profit. How much profit, therefore you just simply give in the form of equation. Profit equal to negative Q cube plus 24Q squared plus 108Q plus 3000. Okay, you can try later. And B baru dia tanya for the value. So I put over here B. The answer will be Q equal to 18. Alright, so you can try later. Okay, now yang tadi all 3 question that we discussed just now, not 3, actually 2. 2 question that we discussed just now is actually for maximize. Usually ada 2 je. Usually they ask for maximize the profit or maximize the revenue. Usually, okay, jarang kita ask for maximize the cost, because usually we try to minimize the cost lah. Rugilah kita. Usually kalau maximize the cost ni actually to determine sajalah. Okay, now question number 4, exercise number 4 for minimize the cost. Okay, I mentioned just now, usually kita akan tanya 2 juga. Either dia tanya for minimize the cost ataupun minimize the average cost. Okay, so let's take a look at this exercise number 4. A firm cost function and the demand function are Cx and also Px respectively, where x greater than or equal to 0 is the amount produced and or demanded. Find the output. Output means x, that minimize the average cost of the production. Note, they ask, they bagi kita hint, average cost over here equal to cost divided by x. Okay. Alright, so the solution. Solution. So we know AX, which is the average cost, equal to cost divided by your quantity or your quantity of your goods. Alright, so divide, therefore you will have 5 plus x squared over x. Simplify further. Okay, kenapa I ask you to simplify further? Because we try to avoid to use the quotient rule. Sebab later we have to differentiate our average cost kan. Bila differentiate, once you have like a quotient, like a quotient ataupun a rational function over here, it's a fraction. So kita try to avoid the quotient rule. So therefore kita kena separate lah. So simplify, you can dapat 5 over x plus x. So I think this one is much more easier to differentiate lah. 5x negative 1 plus x. Okay, now let's differentiate this function. So a prime x equal to, differentiate ya, bring down the power in front, so jaga dapat negative 5. X power for negative 1 will minus 1, so minus 1. Differentiate x become 1. Simplify, negative 2 plus 1. Okay, so since they asked to minimize the average cost, so straight away check for your second derivative test whether your function over here will give a minimize or minimum average cost. Okay, differentiate again. So you will have 10x power of negative 3. Okay, but still we have a variable of x, so we KIV first for the second derivative, because we still have to find or to identify the x value. Okay, so kita kata sini at minimum a prime x equal to 0. Alright, so tadi kita dapat a prime x equal to negative 5x power negative 2 plus 1. So 0 equal to negative 5x negative 2 plus 1. So therefore you akan dapat kat sini ialah 5x negative 2 equal to 1, x negative 2 equal to 1 over 5. Okay. Okay, so therefore you akan dapat kat sini ialah x squared equal to 5. Right? So x equal to square root of 5. Suppose ada plus and minus, but remember x ni sepatutnya positive, so therefore I put aside negative. Okay, now kita by using the x equal to square root of 5, now kita check at x equal to square root of 5, a double prime or square root of 5 equal to 10 square root of 5 power of 3. Over here you will have 0.8944, which is greater than 0. So confirm x equal to square root of 5 give a minimum average cost. Okay, so therefore conclusion, the output which is x equal to square root of 5 give the minimum average cost. Okay, you can use your own words in order to make conclusion. Okay, it's just an idea in order to write the final answer. Okay, moving on. Now, marginal analysis. A manufacturer estimates that if X units of a particular commodity are produced, the total cost will be Cx dollar, where Cx is this equation A. At what level of production will be marginal cost, which is C prime x, be minimized? Okay. B. At what level of production will the average cost, which is Ax, Cx over x, be minimized? Okay, let's do question lah. Okay, let's take a look. Let's solve for question A. Question A. Given formula for cost is x cubed 24x squared plus 250x plus 338. So differentiate in order to minimize. So become 3x squared minus 48x plus 250. 250. So kita kata at minimum C prime x equal to 0. So 0 equal to 3x squared minus 48x plus 250. Okay. But the question asks to at what level of production will be the marginal cost, which is C prime be minimized. Okay, so marginal cost yang minimize je, marginal cost bukannya C prime. So this is the mistake. Okay, so therefore kita kena cari dahulu for the marginal. Sorry, sekejap.